in Paris, France, Montreal, Florida, San Jose, Vegas, Cali, all over. Oh, I think you're here,
You, you,
Jim.
you.
What up? Did you get your tan on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I use baby oil.
Sweet. Nothing like burning up the skin. Crispity crisp.
Yeah. I was white, now I'm not.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm about 20 minutes out of the house, so I'm going to be mobile until I get in, and then I'll jump on the computer.
All right, cool. Oh, damn, we got some Holland. I don't
But
think I've
I'm
ever
here
had anybody from Holland. Huh?
from Holland.
What'd you
Norway.
say?
Jonathan from Norway, but not Holland.
Nope.
I said Jonathan.
Oh, yeah, he's probably sleeping.
Oh, yeah. Oh, show. All right, I'm going to mute my mic, but I got you here. I'm hearing everything going on, and I can see the comments, so
All right,
I'll
cool.
try to help out on the comments if I can, all right?
Plymouth, Morocco, Singapore, Vancouver. Damn. All right, cool. So, something cool happened, which was the ads started to run. They started to run sometime around, I would say, one-ish. Let me check my email real quick. I emailed them and I was like, what is going on here? And they came with that lame excuse that, sometimes it takes 48 hours, blah, blah, blah. I never really experienced it like that, but they said, what time was that at? Yeah, 1:44 I sent it because ads still weren't running. So 1:44 p.m. Eastern time. The guy just said, "This is Lucius from Facebook Ad Support. Following up on the chat regards to the error when you were experiencing duplicating ads. I just wanted to touch base and see if you were still experiencing the issue and if creating fresh new ads has proved to be a good workaround for this." It was. I mean, that's the only way I could put up ads. I couldn't do the duplication process still. That was a pain, but no big deal. I think I got to maybe 22 ads and I was like, ah, forget it. I'm not going to keep going if we're not going to spend any money. So then around, let's see here, when's my next chat? 2:59 p.m. The other Facebook rep, Kitra, says Kitra with Facebook's ad support checking in. My team is still working to fully investigate this issue for us, but I wanted to let you know we were still focused on it, and it is a high priority. I'll keep you posted. What they were talking about is that all our other accounts, if you guys were here on Friday, went down because we started working on this one. So we had to get the credit cards whitelisted, we had to get the accounts back, and then we had to be able to get our ability to add payment back to the account to start working. Yesterday we got two back, and then finally at 4:45 it says, "Thanks so much. I received word that the credit cards are now enabled. I would request the cards to be enabled to be added to new accounts. I appreciate time and cooperation. I know sometimes not always quick, but we are working on this." So this started, when I got onto Facebook chat Monday morning all the way till Wednesday at 4:45. So not super slow, but just takes a lot of follow up, follow up, follow up. So now let's jump into this. So you guys know that Crazy 8, this is the store we were working on, nothing to jump out and be like, oh my God, yes. But the point is, we brought in $73 with 3 sales. We just started testing. This traffic right here looks to be like maybe traffic from people that watched a replay and they went over to the store or whatever, because no ads were running here. This is just like people chugging along, looking at the store, whatever. And then finally, you can see the ads start actually working here. Now they're starting to spend more money because they're trying to hurry up. They're like all the ads are starting to come on, which that's the worst part of getting your ads shut off and on. You don't get to get a full 24 hours. Whenever they feel like turning it on, that's when they start rolling. So you can see here a set of skull socks, nurse socks, and billiards. It's kind of crazy because we did not promote these gray camo socks or skull socks. I might have switched it up. We'll have to check in the ad. Definitely didn't promote those nurse rock ones because I didn't like the lettering on it, but someone found them and bought them anyways. And then the billiard ones we did promote. Let's just see where the sales came from. We're on the ad set level. These are pretty much all the names of the stuff: grandma bags, skull pink sneakers, tennis sneakers, Irish socks, nurse, piano, unicorn. You know, some of these I did after the call, like the unicorn one, definitely, the piano ones, tennis socks. I think these are skull pink sock, guitar socks, drum socks, chakra, volleyball, pool, skulls, and yogas. Let's just take a look at what we call the funnel. These aren't gonna wow you and, like, you know, like I said, be like, oh my god, we're gonna be millionaires tomorrow. The whole point of showing this from the beginning with the new pixel, going through all the ad problems, putting up the ads last night with less than 24 hours, is that doing stuff not perfect, just taking some action, you can make sales. This is not rocket scientist whatsoever. Like, you don't have to know what interest to target. You don't have to be an expert in that niche. You don't have to have great designs. As long as the website is set up halfway decent, we get some eyeballs, people will find stuff they like and they will purchase. Let's take a look at the 3 ads that fired off sales. That's piano socks, skull pink, and pool socks. Right now it's showing about $9, $8, and $8. Earlier I posted some screenshots where they were under $2. You know, as soon as it started to spend, we started to make sales. The problem here is because Facebook rushed it, we're just getting some junk traffic so they can catch up. Tomorrow will be a really good sign of what these things can do. You can see here that CPM, which is cost per 1,000 impressions, really high. 23, 21, 21, 20, 27, 20, 18, 29, 23, 22. I see everybody complain about that. That's just what it's going to be for right now. Like, who knows? You know, I can't tell you the exact reason of why those CPMs are high, but I can tell you that once we start making sales, once cost per click comes down, we'll start getting lower CPMs, more clicks, cheaper stuff, more money we'll make. Okay? Impressions, you can see that none of them even have 1,000 yet. The most is 636 on the skull pink. That was the first one to start working. So we just got to sit here and wait. That's it. Now let's back up a little bit because I was a little bit aggressive with putting up 22 ad sets. If you are working on a small budget, if you don't have that many items to test, it's a good idea to start with 3 testing because, you know, you'll find a winner, you'll find 2 losers, then you add 2 more on there, 3 more, you find another winner, and you keep going on and on and on until you build cash flow, so you have money that you can actually spend and be able to do stuff like this. So for right now, you're going to see that probably the first 2 or 3 days, I'm going to be upside down. Once I find the winners and I can start scaling is when the scale will tip. And day 4, 5, 6, and 7 will all be profit. So don't look at the number and be discouraged. You know, we spent 157 today to bring in 73, but we also super lopsided here. On testing, you know, when you have that winner is going to let you be able to spend more money, put more ads up, and still make profit when you're just testing 2, 3, 10 at the max, depending on how much money you're pulling in for the day. And then everything gets much better, okay? So does everybody follow that so far? Sweet. What type of questions do you have right now? Because I found, you know, when we did like the Super Saturdays, people really don't know how to read this data. They don't know what they're really looking at. What are they looking for? So what type of questions do you have? Yes, we are recording. 100%. What is your daily budget? So you can see them all right here. 20, 20, 20, 20, 30 for the sneakers, and a couple tens here. Are you counting on the pixel to start optimizing, or do you do it manually? So Mark, I'm not really sure what you mean by that. You know, do I do it manually? I've never heard that term thrown around, but basically I just put the pixel on the website and I'm gonna let the pixel do what it needs to do. That's it. Fook says, do you use one ad account slash pixel for one product? Yeah, so basically you're going to see this happen this week here. Hopefully, one of these becomes a winner. So because it got one sale, that's not a winner for me. I need to have 3 to 5 sales. And then over here in the return on ad spend column, I need to be over 1 to 3. So 1 to 3 ratio. That means I spend $1 and I get more than $3 back. That's a winner, and I can start pushing that based on audience size. Some of these, because they were just small, I couldn't get the audiences that big. You know, I pushed it outside the realm of what it should be. Are you going to turn off the ads that are not performing? So I am just about, so let's say 144, 5. We're only 5.5 hours into these ads. I can't shut them off. If this was a normal day and the ads started at 12 a.m. like they were supposed to, I would start cutting some of these that don't work off. Right now, I'm just going to let it run. If using Pixel Perfect, would I still need to add it to Theme X? So if you're using any type of outside, Trackify, Pixel Perfect, anything like that, you don't have to put any pixels in Theme X whatsoever. You're officially counting on that app to do all the work for you. Now, I've tried Pixel Perfect, and I've also tried Trackify. Every single one always ends up messing up either my theme, my sales, or it doesn't count right, or whatever. I just stick to the bare bone basics, just the way we have it coded. You can see there's 3 sales, and magically we have 3 sales here. I might be 1 or 2 sales off at the end of the day after a couple hundred, but nothing crazy. Keep the questions coming. I'm going to read them as we go and keep on moving. If an ad doesn't do well within 24 hours, should I lock it off? Yes, 24 hours, it's gone. See ya. You can, if you really think that it's going to be a winner or whatever, you go ahead and run that thing again, but don't wait another 24 hours or 48 hours on the same ad set. It's like training a bad dog. You rather just get a brand new dog that's, will learn from you day one. You didn't get someone else's dog that didn't listen and peed and pooped all over the house. You don't have to train them again, okay? Within the first 24 hours of launching ads and you get only 1 sale, is it wise to keep it going or just turn it off? So CG, I don't make decisions like that. Right here is the way I make decisions. So right now it's cost me $9 to make a sale. $6 is the product cost, and I brought in 19 bucks. I still made $3. That may not seem like a lot, but when you start doing $3 over 100 sales, 200 sales, 300 sales, that's a lot of money. Here, same thing, $9, $6, it brought in 34. I literally doubled that money. So there's another $18 right here. And then on this one, you add 6 onto 860, or let's just call it whatever, $9, and brought in 19, it was still positive. Okay, so these ads are running only because they're positive. Now, if this goes to, let's say, the full $20, makes 1 sale, plus $6, that's 26. But I brought in 19. I'm negative $6, let's say, with fees and all that stuff. Will I let it run tomorrow? Yes, if I have $6 to spend out of my pocket to get that buyer and hope that it turns around. Now, when I say I hope it turns around, that's based on engagement. We're going to go to the fan page. I'm going to look at some comments, how many likes, how many shares, how many impressions did I get. That's what's going to make me rule on those things. Now, any one of these, after 24 hours that made no sales, if I think that I can make another run with them, I'll just duplicate them again. And duplicating is probably using the wrong word, but I would click on it, I make a new campaign, a new one for nurses sneakers, and roll it out again. 400 impressions isn't going to do me any good. 206, 221, I can't make decisions on such little impressions. Basically, no one saw it. Can you explain one use, 1 pixel per 1 product? So Ryan, we're trying to scale products to $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 in a day. I'm not trying to just, put in 200 and hope that I get about 450 back or 600 at best. That's not what we're trying to accomplish here. So when I start scaling, let's say a nurse shoe and then a unicorn sock and then a wine sneaker, and they're all in the same ad account, one of them always dies. So it's like, Wednesday, my wine one is cranking. I'm making money. And then on Thursday, the wine one dies. And all of a sudden, the nurse sneakers takes off. And it's like an ugly roller coaster. When I find a winner and we start scaling every single ad set to the nurse's sneakers, and I'm pushing the budget from 200 to 400 to 1,000 to 2,000, I'm running a retargeting, I'm running a lookalike, nothing's competing against each other. It's very easy to take that one product to $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a day. So try to keep that in mind. There's always an A and B side. You may be happy with having 10 different products. You make a couple $100 here and there, and you fight with them turning on and off. I'm the total opposite. I want to find one winner. I'm going to push that thing until it doesn't work anymore. And then I'm going to go to the next one and find the next one and do it again and do it again and do it again. So that's the difference. How many ads do you test with one product? One. I test one ad. That's it. One. I'm not a split tester. I don't split test the copy and split test the image and this and that. I don't want to work that hard. Like, we partnered up with John Cornette. I don't even know if he's on this phone right now. He's probably on his third vacation for the month right now. That's what he does. He vacations 3 weeks out of the month, and I want to do a lot more of that. I want to do a lot less and make just a little bit less money than what we were making before versus making a ton of money. And the person doing a lot less, like the vacationer, John Cornetta, making 5-10% more than him. I really took to that. So less is more on this side, and that's how we're going to be training for now on. So, most people, they want to quit their job so they can have time freedom and all that stuff. But usually what happens when they quit their job, they start working on their own business and they work 24/7. You can only do that for so long. So let's see, how many answers? Okay, Austin says, so do you jump the ad budget after 12 p.m. if performing, like 30%, 50%? So I hate math. You guys may think that I like math because I'm looking at these impressions and CPM. I can't stand it. I'm the person that brings money in, and then after the money comes in, I don't even want to hear about paying bills, paying people, employee. I don't care. That's not my part. That's Jeremy's part. But I just don't like numbers like that. For me, bringing in the money is a point system. So when you ask about 30% jump, 50% jump, I don't even look at it like that. It's like my gut. I'm telling you the numbers I usually do. Anywhere from 10 to 30 bucks. If it's a winner, and this is where we have to be really clear on what's a winner, that's 3 to 5 sales in one day, 1 to 3 ratio or more. I just bump that sucker to 100 bucks. I don't care if the CPM is going to spike. I don't care if CPC is going to spike. I just let it fix itself. I do that around 11 in the morning, 100 bucks. I'll come look at 6, 7 o'clock, kind of like around this time, see how it's doing, and I'll push it again. 200, here we go. I'll look at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, because this is on Pacific time. I still have about 2 hours to go. I'll bring it to 400. If it's still keeping ROI and it's only going to like 1 to 2 ratio, now I'm focused on volume. I'm not focused on let's do 10 and get the best ROI possible. Now I'm focused on how far can I push this thing at 1 to 2 ratio or a little bit more and make the most money possible. So I'm going for 400 to 1,000, 1,000 to 2,000, 2,000 to as far as I can take it. And I'm super aggressive with it. That's my style. So if you're asking what I would take it to, that's how I would take it. I don't count 30, 40, 50%, nothing like that. What are your thoughts about pitching directly to cold traffic, warming up the traffic first? So I guess I see Travis Patel talking about that. You bring them to one bucket, move them to another, move them to another. I don't know. I don't operate like that. I am selling them right from the beginning. Buy my shit. I know some people are going to be like, oh, you shouldn't directly sell, da da da. Well, are any of those people paying my bills? Are any of those people paying your bills? Those are questions you need to ask yourself. If they're paying your bills, listen to them. No problem. Test out all these theories. That's cool. Okay? There is money right this second. Let's sell and make money right this second. And then there's let's test everything under the planet when we have a bunch of money, when sales are just rolling in like clockwork. You can testing all these theories. I sell them on day one. On day 2, they're already seeing retargeting ads. What do my retargeting ads say? It's the same exact ad. I don't give them 10% off. I don't give them 15% off. I don't do anything like that. I'm just trying to get them to buy it. Okay, as I'm building these things, these retargeting lists and clickers and buyers, I'm showing them new products, and then more new products, and then more new products. Let's take, for example, let's say this piano sock takes off, right? And it basically just has a keyboard on the sock. I'm gonna start showing them more products with that same design. I'm just gonna show them the sneakers. I'm gonna show them the tote bag. I'm gonna show them the pillowcases. I'm gonna show them all that to that same audience of buyers. They've already proved to buy. Why wouldn't they want the matching stuff? So if you mean by bringing them into those buckets and that's not cold traffic, then yes. If you mean that I'm not going to sell on the first time that I show it to them, no way. It's not happening. What else we have here? Questions? Shopify didn't count for me, right? Yep, Gloria, same thing for me, but some people love it. So there's always an A and B side. I'm using ThemeX and added the pixel, but its pixel helper does not recognize the add to cart. So add to cart has to fire on a page. So if you went to right here, and then when you go to a product, it's only going to fire on this. So you need to have the pixel helper open, and I'm in incognito mode right now, so I don't have that there, but add to cart will fire when you click it. When you click it, you will see that. Other than that, if it's not like a slide out box or whatever, it's not going to count that, but it does know. It's like literally counted when that button gets clicked. So it is counting that. What else we have here? WC purchase on all ads? Yeah, straight to WC, brand new pixel, brand new ad account, straight to purchase. I got 5 Doberman. Huh? You got 5 Doberman? I hope they're all trained. What are the conversion objective for these ads? All of them are WC purchase, like we said above. With Mark, how many impressions do you need to make a decision? I would like to see a minimum of 1,000 here, at least. At least 1,000. Here, I'm probably gonna have to give it 2,000 because CPMs are so high. Like right now, on some of these, I might start, let's go international, and then we'll see CPMs come crashing down, more impressions, and we'll be able to sell more. So as we go later on into this call, we'll just start, I wish I could just say we'll duplicate them and change them to international, but we'll have to create new ones based on the problem this ad account has. Would you say you spending money on brand awareness campaigns is a waste of money? So again, there's an A and B side. I'm not trying to be the brand. Before we were trying to brand something and sell the store and do a lot of stuff. That's a whole lot of work for not that much extra money. Like it's just not. I'm not trying to become an Amazon. I'm not trying to become a Walmart. I'm in e-commerce and I can barely name any type of brands that are out there that would be like from our niche type thing. Like I know that dude Urza is pretty big and he sells that cream, and I off the top of my head I can't even tell you what the name of the thing is. Maybe you guys do, but like branding is not on our table here. Like we're not trying to brand. A and B side, does it branding work? Yes, but it's not gonna work for us. We're not trying to do that. Let's see. So once you shut all the ad sets off and just have one winner, would you ever try those other ones again if any of them have? So Trevor, I'm actually going to try a bunch of those in another ad account once I find the winner. I'm going to start scaling in here, and then I got to go into another ad account and start testing to find another winner. That's all. If you are pushing one product, do you still test other? All right, so that's the same thing. How many different audiences do you test with one product? This is a better question. Okay, so again, A and B side. If we were to go look into here and we look at the interests, I'm trying to get massive amounts of people in here. Like this is a tough one. 610,000, and look at all the things that I picked in here, okay? Piano, pianist, keyboard, pianist again, piano instructor, piano player, piano teacher, I love piano, I love playing piano, pianist, piano. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on. And that's as high as I could get it. So I might make, and I can tell you right now, I'm not scaling this thing to $5,000, $10,000. I'm not selling. Maybe I might sell 200 units out of this thing if I'm lucky. I can't scale this to what I want to scale it to. And this is to show all the people that like to narrow it down and find an audience. You will be doing this every single day of your life if you keep doing that. I need this to be in the millions. I would rather see 6.1 million here and test every single interest all in one thing. I don't care what interest is making the sales, none of that stuff. All I care about is the eyeballs that it brings from my retargeting list. And all I care is that the buyers list gets in there. That way I can show them new stuff. I'm not going to continue hunting in these things to find special buyers in each group. Too much work. I don't want to do that. 4-hour work week opened my eyes. I fully agreed, automated my life, and enjoy my time. See, Austin? That's what's up. What if the sales spike? I don't know what that means. Got it. Since ROAS is over 2, we scale hard. All right, so I think you were talking about before when I was saying that, once we hit like a 1-to-2 ratio, now it's the volume game. Let's push as hard as we can. And the reason is because now you're buying more inventory. So you're buying more inventory, and Facebook's like, oh, we're going to charge them more money because there might not be that inventory that we were talking about yesterday. The example was 2 million people online in 1 minute. It's not going to happen in that interest. Like maybe 10% of those people were. And then we didn't talk about what devices they were on and how old they were and all that stuff. So 1-to-2 ratio, we're scaling as hard as we can until we lose that 1-to-2 ratio. Then you can either back it down a little bit and then keep crushing at that and keep testing new. But we're going for volume, okay? Are you duping when going from 10 to 100? I just changed that existing ad set. Let's say this thing was the winner. I'm going to go right over here. I'm going to click right in here and I'm going to put 200. Boom. That's it. I'm not duplicating a new one, nothing. I'm doing all the stuff right in here in this existing ad set. Can we use one pixel and create custom conversion for each different product? So Fook, you can try that. When we tried custom conversions, what a pain that was. I couldn't get it to fire off a conversion for, let's just say, piano stocks and then let that pixel fire on purchases. It wasn't working for us. We tried it so many times, so many different ways. If you have a way to do that, you can without a doubt 100% do that. For us, it just would never fire. We could get add to carts to fire, initiate carts, all that stuff, but never just the purchase pixel. Hi, what's up, Jenny? Let's see. It says, Christian, you explain why sales sometimes drop when you raise the budget. Okay, so we used the piano effect yesterday, right? Piano. Let's type that in. Here's the image. And we use these piano keys. So basically, let's say that you were somewhere around here in the middle. You guys probably can't see my cursor, but somewhere around here in the middle. Your ad set was here, $30, and you raise it to 100. It doesn't stay 100 on the same key. It has to put multiple keys together and send you into different group. It might not even be 3 in a row. It might be the very first one, the very last one, and the middle one. So it has to find how close or how far away it can make it from that first group that was making you sales and bring in the rest of the people. And then the secondary thing is going to be the bucket method that we talked about yesterday. The buyer pool, then there's the initiate cart, then the add to cart, then the viewers, and the clickers, and all that stuff, on and on and on. That's going to be the difference. Has anyone ever got sales from view content? So tons of people can get sales from view content because that's where the first person has to go. They have to click, and they have to view your content. If you're talking about optimizing for view content, it may work. It may work because those audiences are hammered less, but man, it's going to cost you less, but you're going to get way less performance. Your conversion rate isn't going to be high. It's going to be pretty low, 1%, under 1%. And what we see is that the higher your conversion rate on your website, the more Facebook likes you because they're like, oh, they have a really good website. It seems dumb, but the more traffic they send you, if you're getting crappy traffic like India traffic or Any of those really, really cheap ones that don't end up buying, if you look at your stats, you'll be like, oh, Germany's buying, oh, UK's buying, Canada's buying, but I'm getting 30 cents CPM in India. Oh, this looks so great. I'm getting so much traffic. Well, Facebook doesn't look at it like that, okay? Try to stay away from that. Do you create a custom audience for every product you run? I create a custom audience for the products that become winners. I'm not going to sit here and make custom audience for every single one of these things unless it becomes a winner. That way I can start to do stuff with them. Bianca, what's up? Yes, I had 2 sales. Okay. Gloria Bingham, interested to know too. Okay, should we skip the cart and go straight to checkout? So Leighton, sometimes we skip the cart, and I see that work really, really good with free plus shipping stuff, but higher end stuff like sneakers, all that stuff, I've never seen it work because they buy multiple stuff. And you can see here that on this order, right here, they actually bought 2. Oh, here's another sale. I didn't even notice that. But all right, so they actually bought 2 socks. You will see that this stuff will start happening a lot right here. That they'll buy 2, 3, 4. Sometimes it looks like maybe they have like a school event or something. They buy 10 socks, 12 socks, like maybe for the whole team. Maybe they have a rally. So we don't do skipping the cart on things like this: shoes, socks, bags. Stuff that's free, little rinky-dink bracelets, watches, all that stuff. We skip the cart so we can build the list quicker. There you go, Rashida. See, boom. Like I didn't even that wasn't even in my head, and that's a brand. Like he's doing millions of dollars per month, like 10 million or whatever the heck the numbers are, something crazy. He built a brand. You know, I don't know if that's the route that you're gonna go to. That's pretty serious. You got to pick one product, start branding it. That's not for me. Jenny, I'm starting all over. $300. Would you recommend I start with jewelry from China or print on demand? So Jenny, I don't know. I believe I answered that question yesterday, but the $300, you'd have to do a lot more research. If you sell sneakers, you have bigger profit margins. If you sell wall art, you have bigger profit margins. But sales are far and few between versus doing a free plus shipping offer where 50% of the time you'll make a sale. Think about that. 100 visitors, then you have 50 people go ahead and fill out their information, and then 25 people will go to initiate cart, and then 12 people out of those will make sales. It's not uncommon to see between 8 and 12% conversion rate on free plus shipping items if that's all you're doing. So it's kind of like a personal decision. $300 though, kind of scary. I gotta tell you, gotta be very, very careful with ads. We're gonna blow through $300 today. Why add another account? So I'm not really sure, Ro, what you're asking about. I'm only guessing that after we get a winner, you're asking why do I add more ad accounts? I told you because we're trying to scale stuff to, $50,000 a day. We're not trying to scale stuff to, a couple $100 a day. If this conversion pixel right here is optimizing for that one event, it's going to work way better than if we're messing it all up with all types of different niches and different people. Like maybe the tennis people is 25 to 35 female that buy, and all these pool socks, the billiard ones, are men 45 to 54. It's contradicting on the pixel. It's just not going to work correctly. That's it. And before, let's say, I guess like in maybe January, I don't know if that was a Super Saturday in January, we would put every single niche in one account. We would duplicate the crap out of those ads, do $18 budgets. $18 budgets, I make like 3 or 4 sales each. I'm only spending $18. I bring in a couple $100 selling shoes. Everything was great, but every day we were testing new. We were just adding 15, 20 new products every single day. It was just like a constant a rat race. That's it. Now we just smartened up and we find one product and we scale it. That's it. One product, we scale it. And actually, let me show you something. That way, I noticed yesterday you guys were very visual. I'm going to show you something and you guys are going to be like, oh, okay, I get it. Because now this question has come up multiple times now. So let's just take a look at something. You're going to be able to see here that, can you guys see that? Well, let me scroll down. I'm going to miss some questions, but I'll come back up. Can you see that? All right, cool. Let's just go over the timeline here. So we start doing some stuff here in May, do 819 bucks, 1600, 2200, boom. We lose not only one ad account, we lose the whole business manager, okay? This is not trademark stuff. This is just like regular gadget type stuff, okay? Come through here, nothing, 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 nothing. Okay, we get our hands on a new business manager, a new ad account. Here we go. Boom, 1400, 800, 900, 504, boom, lose that account. Go back to the lab, brainstorming, you know, how can we get back the Facebook accounts? How can we do this? We finally figured out. Okay, here we go. Here is June 11th. This came on at night, 457 bucks. Next day, 3100. Next day, 13,000, 14,000, 17,000, 14,000, 16,000, and we lose the ad account. And by lose, I mean just like disabled because of payments. We were trying to put another credit card on it because we were getting maxed out at $5,000. So then we added 2 more ad accounts so I could spend $15,000 because that's the max. And these are all the problems you're going to run into when you start scaling. Okay, so we get the ad accounts come back on, and the ad accounts were already, like, let's say the ad set was at $2,000 or $3,000. Well, just like what happened today, it started at 1, it rushes through and try to spend the money. So it rushes through and we spend $8,000, or we bring in $8,000, but we probably spent $8,000. I'm telling you, it was crappy. We just woke up and was like, boom, there it is. Boom, they hit the threshold again, didn't make any money. We lost the account, couldn't get it back. And you guys have seen, if you've been with us since Thursday, got to go live chat. It's not instant to get the stuff back on. So then we pushed again, 8,500, 11,000, 23,000, 21,000. We only have one product. There was a bunch of winners on here, and it was one product. That's it. Okay, so is it clear on why we scale one product as quickly as possible on one ad account and then we test it on another one? Is that clear, or do I have to answer that some more? Don't be afraid to say no, because I want to cover it right now so we don't have to get stuck on that all the time. It seems like a lot of people get stuck. We got to get over that stuck mentality. A lot of things that happen here, and we talk about a lot, and I know Frank the Tank's probably driving or whatever, but if you decide to come in and listen to us and you do everything we say, you'll be successful. If you come in and listen to us and then you take something from this one and from that one and you'll try this and you'll do this and you think you do it just the way we do it, but you don't, it's not going to work for you. I would much rather you guys leave the webinar and go pick somebody, just one person, and listen to exactly what they say. You do exactly what they say. You don't take a piece from this one and manual bidding and that and this. Just listen to one and be consistent, and you will have these results. If you jumble, I'm just going to drop the F-bomb. If you jumble fuck them all together, it's not going to happen. Okay? It's not going to happen. Do you guys get that? So I'm not telling you listen to me and Jeremy. I'm telling you pick one person out there, people that are successful, there's a bunch of them out there, and listen to them exactly. Don't stray off, don't go into other groups, don't ask the question in 15 groups, let 15 people 15 different answers try to stray you until you get the answer you want to hear. That's it. Follow one straight course consistently for 3 months. You will be successful. That's it. Hands down. Trevor says, one thing is not clear. Let's say if 2 or 3 different ad sets start taking off, how would you decide the best one to scale for the other ones? Would you, I guess, move the others to a new ad account to try and make them take off again? Yes. Just pick one that you could push as hard as possible and move the other two to two different ad accounts and get them to pop off again. That's it. Dominic, if you find a winner and then scaling, then you're just bumping the budget for the original ad set, or do you turn it off? See, I never say that. Has anybody heard me say turn off the ad set? I literally came in here and someone asked me and I said I would click this button, budget, and I would put a 0 there, 200. Tomorrow, if it worked, I'd put it to 400. And if it worked again, I'd go to 1,000. And up and up and up, same exact ad set. Let's go look at something real quick because, again, you guys seem to be very, very visual. Let's see. I gotta go into another one. Hold on. I think the problem is that it's not real for you guys yet. Like you guys just you think it's like a theory, or you guys have other stuff in your head. I would really, really, really like to be able to clear it up. Like, here's one we're gonna duplicate, and here's one. So you're not gonna see anything running in these things because we just got them live today, right before I got on the call. But you are gonna see from that store that I just showed you those stats. What am I missing? Oh, did we change the name of it? We might change the name of it. All right, cool. So all we're gonna do is go to have delivery. We're gonna just bomb it out to, let's see, what's the date say? July 26th? It might be within the last 30 days, but let's just push it out a little bit farther. Let's just bring it to April. What's the date today? 26th. Here's an update, all right? Why does it keep saying test in there? Damn, that's not the right one. Is that other account back? All right, so here we go, and I'm just gonna had delivery, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I changed the dates on those, changed the dates here, here. All right, most people would never, ever, ever show you this stuff, okay? So I just want to make sure you guys are paying attention. You guys paying attention? Just give me a quick why if you're paying attention. Okay, this ad account went on and off, on and off, on and off. So annoying. Here is an ad set that is in worldwide ad set. 3,000 sales. $7 cost per conversion. 25,000 spent to bring in 139,000. Here's a US one, pretty close, 3,300 sales, just under. So I spent 21 to bring 126,000. Okay, I want you to look at all these. Copy, retargeting. I split some off into states. This was at the very end. Let's not confuse that. Let's not do any of that stuff right now. I split some off into states. All right here. Copy, copy, copy. You can see some of my tests in here. I just killed them. You know, lights, whatever. I was just testing them, even though they were working. Look at this one. A foot peel in the US. I was getting $2.65 conversions. I spent 68 to make 471. I killed it to do this one, the fan. I killed it. That's it. Okay? Jack, you could try the custom conversion all you want. I said that it didn't work for us. We could not get it to fire. Here's another one, okay? Let's go to ad sets. Here's website purchases, 3,300 here. Look at this, a $20,000 budget. Here's one at $2,500 budget when I shut it off. 1,200 purchases, almost 1,300 purchases, 12,000 to bring 47. Sometimes it just dies. I just copy it. This is a copy. I was literally clicking this button and duplicating and shutting the other one off. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else. There's no tricking, no nothing. There's no custom conversion. Nothing. Do you guys want to see my targeting? Okay, I hope you guys are sitting down because you guys make everything so difficult. This is, again, a brand new pixel, just like how we do now, okay? But people probably won't be able to wrap their head around it. 53 million. I literally put 18 to 65 male and women and let Facebook do its job. That's it. Let's look at worldwide. Okay. The thing is that like I can expose more and more and more, but if you don't have a little bit of cash flow, you're never going to be able to do this stuff. 208 million $5,000 ad set. This started at 30 bucks. It started at $30. Okay? So I hope that you guys are very clear on why do we only use one. That's it. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. If someone wants to come on here, let's say, we finished Friday. If someone wants to come on here and show custom conversions, hit me up. I'll put you in the spotlight. You could teach custom conversions, and maybe it'll work for somebody. It did not work for us, so we don't teach it. So be prepared to show me that your custom conversions have let you scale to at least $500,000 a month, okay? $500,000 a month, and I'll be happy and be like, yep, okay, this thing works. Can anybody in this group say that right now? Custom conversions, you've done more than $500,000 a month. I will put you right on the spotlight. We'll do a special webinar for you guys. Can I just get a Y, please? No, I'm saying, Gloria, you need to say why because you've done $500,000 in a month with custom conversions. So if anybody is raising their hand to be on the webinar, they'll show that to everybody just like we do. Just go into the ad account and show it. I'm all game for that. All right, so it looks like we got crickets right now, so we're going to keep moving on and moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and refresh that. Let's see if we made any more sales in here. If not, we're going to keep moving on. If I missed any of your questions, can you please just post it back in the box so I don't have to go looking back up to the top? All right, so it says, Fook. I hope I'm pronouncing your name the right way, but what was the reason abandoned checkout just set up an ad have to abandon checkout? I don't know what that means, Fook. So I'm gonna try to guess. I think you're asking, why am I doing a retargeting ad to the people that abandoned? Is that what you're asking? So let me know, type that in, and then I'll answer it. I'm using the same testing strategy for higher ticket items like wall art. So I'm super excited. Wall art will be in the Print Trends app after I get off this call. The coders are supposed to do some updates, the app and stuff. I'll test it. If it's ready to go, I'll let it roll out. But I would love to show you guys that strategy too. So on wall art, I'm gonna do the same thing that I do here. Like I'm just gonna put up the wall art, whatever niche it is. I'm gonna roll it out with a large audience, 2, 3, 4, 6 mil, and I'm gonna start rolling out at 30 bucks. 30 bucks because it's a little bit higher. The low end, that first one I try to sell around $39 plus shipping, maybe 44. I'll have to test, and then the high end is 200 bucks. So if you're in the right niche and it starts to take off and it looks good, I'll be able to tell within that 30 bucks, depending on how much the CPM is, the engagement. And on those, I'll probably have to turn them off and run it 3, 4, 5 times before I get the conversion cost that I want. I know that wall art, usually we're paying between 30 and 50 bucks a conversion. How many people are selling wall art in here? Can I just get a yes? All right, cool. So some people are selling some wall art. So can you just give me a comment that you guys see? Like when we used to sell a lot of wall art, the angel art, the wine wall art, and I don't know what you call them things. Frank the Tank knows. In Alaska, those lights. What are those green lights? My brain's not working today for sure. Northern Lights, boom. So when we're selling all those type of paintings, I would see on average that it would be between $30 and $35 a conversion. Is that what you guys are paying? Trevor says yes. Justine says yes. Austin around that yes. Okay, so that's just normal. So let's say that we do that 30 bucks and I let it run at 30 and doesn't get a sale. It doesn't mean it's not good. That's why I'm going to try to let it run to, let's say, 12 to 18 bucks. I don't like it, boom, restart it. I don't like it, boom, I'm going to restart it. Until finally I get one into a buyer pool that gets an early buyer, hopefully 1, 2, 3, and then that's the one I'll scale up with, okay? So I know I missed a couple more questions here. It says, if I restart an original ad set, will it compete with the copy we have created? If I restart an original ad set, will it compete? Well, yeah, it will. So I'm not really sure why you want to restart the original ad set. The only thing I can think of is that maybe the copy is not doing as good as the original. Is that what you're thinking? If so, then I would shut off the copy and turn on the original one and only have that one. That way they're not competing against each other. So if you have a winning ad and you will put it on new ad account, do you just target the exact same as previous ad account? I do the exact same thing that was in this account. So let's say that this became the winner. I would take all that exact stuff and bring it over to that second account. Mark Berry, great ship, by the way. Thanks, Mark. So Chris, when you start on new pixel, do you keep same types of products like all fans or all stocks? Wait, when you start new pixel, do you keep same type of products like all fans or all stocks? So when I do a new pixel, it's pretty much a blank slate. I'm gonna start with whatever I want, anything. Do you still use dynamic product ads? So I haven't even got to anywhere close to using dynamic product ads in here because I don't know what product is going to win. So I don't set those up at all until they start winning. And really, with the method we're using now of picking one winner and scaling, I'm just using a direct retargeting ad that I set up. That's it. I can't wait for wall art to print trends. Sweet, it's coming soon. I can't wait to see the update tonight. Really, I've been asking the coder every day, every day, every day. Some other emergencies get in the way, so we're a little bit delayed, but it is there. So you find a winner, start scaling on the same account, create a new ad account on the new account, and create ads for the winner at the much higher budget. That is definitely not what I said. So Rose says you find a winner, start scaling on the same account, and create a new account, and on the new account create ads for the winner at the much higher budget. Again, that's not what I said. So if we find the winner, we scale the crap out of it out of that one account. So right here we have A Crazy 8. If another one shows up and has promise and might become a winner, I'll take that one and bring it to B Crazy 8. And then I'll make that the winner in there. And if it doesn't become a winner in there, then I'll test more until I find a winner inside that ad account. But once we have a winner here, I'm not moving that winner to another account to another account. The only reason you saw me show 2 ad accounts were because before the threshold, meaning before we could spend more than $5,000 a day in an ad account, you have to go ahead and request to get that bumped up. It doesn't happen that often. I'm not going to wait to start scaling just because Facebook wants to wait to let me spend more money. So not only did we have 2, we had 3, so I could spend $15,000 a day. That's the only reason why I had 3 ad accounts with the same product in it. That's it. So try not to get it confused. We're supposed to move to a new ad account, but same business manager. Yes, same business manager. If FB is still finding buy pools like it used to do when duplicating ad sets, now that the new thing working is increasing budget. Yes, increasing budget is what we do all the time right now. Where do you get the mockups for the socks and we have a Dropbox with all that stuff in it, and actually a bunch of them are on the products themselves. As you go and click on them in print trends, on the left-hand side, you'll be able to see a little link, and you can download them. But hit me up on the side, Jenny. Hit me on Skype, and I'll get you that direct link. Okay, so I must ask a question here. Yes, yes, yes. All right, Northern Lights. If I restart the, okay, I answered that. Just make sure you have a good, just make sure you have a good, better because AliExpress vendor sucks. Just make sure you have a good, what am I missing?
Vendor, most likely.
Maybe, I couldn't see it. Oh, but JD's in the house.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got fried, man. For sure, today was a hot day. I think my skin melted off. You see? Yep, definitely. So I'm back in the office now, which is good. So
I need to
one
get
of
a drink.
the
Start rolling.
no, go ahead. One of the things you guys are going to see, this coming Super Saturday, which Chris and I were kind of talking about some of the things that we were going to discuss or go over for an agenda. And one of the things you're going to see is the import-export feature in Power Editor, where it'll allow you to be able to export a campaign and be able to import a campaign, which makes your job a whole lot easier when it comes to finding new product and being able to scale that product in that one ad account. You know, it's great to think that Facebook is as smart as we all give them credit to be. You know, we've tested, I would be lying if I said thousands, because I think it's at this point probably close to tens of thousands, if not closer to 100,000 that we've spent just testing different, ideas that we've had and throwing shit up against the wall to see if we can get multiple products to scale in one ad account without pretty much competing against each other. Even though they're totally different products with totally different interests, we still find it where the ad account itself is only as good as one product, right? Soon as you start to add a new product to the mix, that old product starts to drop, the new product starts to take off. Then you add a third product, the second product dies, and the third product starts to increase momentum. So we want to always be looking at that ad account as, like we see right here, Chris had 5 or 6 different products in here, running ads, testing products just to see if we can get that one to pop off that 3 to 5 sales. Then once we get that one to pop off the 3 to 5, we will literally go in and we will Zorro. We will cut every single one of those ads that are not the winners. I don't care if we've seen 2 sales, we are close to 3, and it's still got 5 hours left. We're going to go ahead and kill it. We're going to turn that radio button off. We're going to take those ones that may have been a winner in this account. We're going to export them, and we're going to put them into a new one. And we're going to just leave the one campaign that's killing it, that we know we can scale because it's proven that 3 to 5 sales. We're going to leave that one in here, and we're going to smash it, and we're going to go ahead and take our testing to another ad account. We don't want to move the winning product, because obviously this ad account is showing that it's going to produce sales for us on that winner, right? Because it's gotten that 3 to 5 sales. But all the other ones we want to take out and move to another account because we want to be able to start testing. And like Chris said, we could test that winner in another ad account with, say, manual bidding right out of the gate, because we already know it's a winner. We could test it with manual bidding. we can test it with lifetime budgets or one of our other scaling methods. But in this one ad account, if it's proven that it could produce 3 to 5 sales in a day, we do not want to reinvent the wheel, and let's start testing new ways to scale it in this account that's already proven its way. Everybody follow? Can you just type in a quick Y in the box if you're following? You're picking up what we're putting down? Yeah, Ryan, this is why we're building so many ad accounts, because we cannot scale. I mean, we've proven that we can scale one product in one ad account. Why would we try to reinvent the wheel? If we know that that one ad account can produce that result, we're just going to keep pretty much duplicating that process in another ad account. I don't care if I had to have 10,000 ad accounts. Imagine the possibilities, and imagine why we manage so many ad accounts. If each ad account, like Chris said, could spend $5,000 in a day, and that $5,000 equates to a 1 in 3 ratio, right? You're making 15 G's on one ad account with a 1 in 3 ratio. It's a no-brainer. Give me 10 ad accounts that do that. I mean, think about the reality here, guys. That's 50 grand a day in profit if you're running at a 1 in 3 ratio, a third for your vendor, a third for your ads, a third for you. Keep it stupid, dumb, simple, right? All right, Chris, I know you're back as I see your mouse moving. Sorry to jump in here, but I know you needed it. You sounded a little parched.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
I was in the sun and you were getting dry.
Whew. Definitely.
How's the weather in Rhody today?
It was all right. It was like 79. It was cool.
Damn, it was a cool, I think 98 today at the beach. Like a little breeze.
Anybody want to take a guess how much it's gonna cost to fix my sprinklers?
I'm gonna say $1,500.
Pretty damn close. $1,630.
We play this game all the time, all the time, and we're pretty close. Damn, what the hell did they need to do? All new heads?
A lot of heads. Some of the heads were in the wrong beds. This and that. I was like, oh my god. Way more than I thought.
He's not telling you guys is he's got like 300 zones and he's got like 4,000 sprinkler heads. So yeah.
21 zones. The guy ran out of flags to put them in the thing when he went through the thing. It took 2 hours that we were out there, and I was like, oh my god. It was a nightmare. But if you guys can just hang out and give me 30 seconds, I need to do something for my nephew's birthday. He's turning 4, so I'm gonna have a custom shirt made for him. So I just gotta tell my designer a couple of things, couple ideas, and then I'll be back.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and answer some of these questions while you're doing that, all right? Is this why you guys have 800 ad accounts? So I already answered that one. I've never built another ad account for my store. So Austin, I said this yesterday, and I said it the day before yesterday. You have 2 business managers in every single profile. So with having those 2 business managers, you immediately want to create 5 ad accounts. So right away, just go in and create 5 ad accounts. Just literally create them. You don't have to add payments, just name them. Just like Chris showed you, A, Crazy 8, B, Crazy 8, C, Crazy 8. Now, the reason why he actually started doing the A in the front is because when you start running into 100, 200, in our case, I think now we're up to 1,600 ad accounts on mobile. When you try to scroll, and let's just say you named it Crazy 8 1, Crazy 8 2, Crazy 8 3, Crazy 8 4. Well, when you start using Crazy 8 72, and you got to scroll down and view more, and then scroll down and view more, it gets a little crazy. So by naming them A, B, C, it brings it up on the list when it comes to mobile, so we don't have to go crazy looking for the ad account on the mobile app. Right? So there's a little golden nugget for you guys. So hope that helped you out there with as far as the basically building out the ad account for the stores. You can have 5 in each business manager to start off with, as long as you set them up right away. So if it won't let you set up any more, just jump into that second business manager and create 5 right off the bat, and do not add payment methods on any of them unless you plan on using them. Okay, it's technically a new duplicate method. So Ryan, yes and no. So basically, the old duplication method basically allowed us to take whatever production we were seeing in an ad and just duplicate that production, right? The new method that we're using is not a duplication method, although what we are doing is kind of keeping things similar. We are putting ourselves in a different inventory pool, like Chris showed yesterday with the buckets, right? We're just bringing ourselves back to the original, bucket with the buyers, right, or the clickers. That's what we're doing. Nobody else would share this info. You guys agree? Well, Jay Bingham, I mean, honestly, like I told you guys a couple days ago, we do this because we want to do this. We want to share. We want to give you guys what's going on right now that's producing results for us. Because let's face it, someone asked, I think it was Wednesday, and then they texted me a message saying that my question was overlooked. And they said, so is what you taught on your last Super Saturday out? Are the methods you taught on your last Super Saturday out? And I want to apologize because I didn't see the question, and I want to answer that question live, and that's why I never answered it for you on Skype. But the reality is this: if Facebook does not change the methods that we teach, people will go out and put our information out there, and everyone will be getting over on Facebook, and they will no longer be profitable for their stockholders, right? So at the end of the day, we constantly have to change our ways because Facebook constantly changes their ways, right? And, kind of take you guys back a little bit. I honestly will tell you, if Facebook didn't change their ways, we would become bored with what we do every day. If there weren't monkey wrenches thrown into the mix, and if there weren't hurdles that we'd have to jump over, and if there weren't things in our obstacles in our way, we'd get fucking bored with what we do every day. We would become robots doing the same thing every single day. I mean, think about it. Isn't that what people do when they work a 40-year job or a 20-year, 30-year job? They do the same thing and hate their job after 5 years and dread the next 15. I love the fact that Facebook changes their ways because it allows us to change our ways. It allows us to adapt and overcome. And most importantly, it allows us to be a step ahead of everyone else and to teach it so that people that want to ride the wave with us can grab a board, paddle out with us, and ride the freaking wave. Just understand this. Every time you ride the wave and you come into the shore, you have to be willing to paddle back out and grab another wave. So just as we teach you guys on Super Saturday, know that there's a limited window. There's a limited time before that window closes. Understand that. If you understand that and you know that the going is going to be good, but it's only going to be good for a little bit, and as long as you can capitalize and make your money in that little window, then shit, you come out on top. If you try to sit there and just try to hoard the information and put it in Pandora's box and hope that someday you can open that box and the information will be relevant to you, you're going to be seriously mistaken. It's not going to work like that because the stuff that we taught back in October is so far antiquated. Facebook has built the antidote for all of those methods, and they don't work anymore. So we constantly have to make changes. That makes sense, guys? I hope I answered the question of the person. I don't want to blast you because I told you I wouldn't, but I hope that answered the question, and I really hope that resonates with you guys and that you guys understand that you gotta strike while the iron's hot, man. I hate to be cliche-ish and I hate to say these corny-ass one-liners, but you gotta strike while the iron's hot. And Facebook is definitely not gonna make that window open forever. Thank you. I appreciate it. You got fine chaos fund. Who can help me for this issue? So Stanley, let's take a look. I bought the Max. The image does not change with a different variant. All right. So very simple, Stanley. Just reach out to me on Skype. You may have already, and let me take a look real quick while I got you. I see here, Stanley. Let me just reply back. Yo, yo, yo. Boom. All right. Cool, cool. So I'm gonna put you here on my favorites. So I got you here in my favorites. And as soon as I get a second here, I'll go ahead and reply, and I'll help you out with that one. All right, Stanley? Because it's definitely a user related issue, and as soon as I show you this, you'll be like, oh, okay, cool. So we'll fix that. Let's see, much appreciated, very valuable webinar, most valuable webinar ever. Thanks, Jeremy. As competing method for drop shippers outside the US is $30, the same as 30 pounds or 30 euros for days of testing. You know, honestly, Justine, you have to test in your own ad account. Like, I'll be honest with you, at the live event that we just did, we found that some people's ad accounts performed better with a $10 or $15 budget than a $30 budget. And other people's ad accounts perform better with a $50 budget opposed to the $30 budget. So you really need to test the ad account out. But remember something, guys. You're only testing to find that one product that produces the 3 to 5 sales in a 24-hour period. That's all you're testing for. Because once you find it, you can go ahead and start to scale it. And then you can start to test out all these new products in another ad account. But for right now, let's not confuse the process. Even though you see us having all these different products in here, volleyball, Irish socks, and we got piano and tennis and nurse and all these other crazy ass things in here, you see it all because we're testing, trying to find that one winner that produces the 3 sales. There you go. So you see all these different ads. Do not be confused by this. The minute we find the one that produces the 3 sales in that 24 hours, we're going to rip it and we're going to go ahead and scale it. And everything else, they're going to get shut down and moved over to another ad account so we can keep on testing them and find them to become winners in the other ad accounts. So I bought your thing next, boom, got it. How do I create it? Let's see. Can you grab the link? Cart grab. Huh? The special, Stanley? I'm not sure what the hell that means. Do you use the niche store or general store? General always. We used to do niche back in the day. Now it's just super general. We just basically send them to a product page. We don't send them to a collection page. We don't send them to a home page. Send them to a product page. So general is the way. You create niche specific fan pages and stay general. So I'm going to give you guys another aha moment. I know Chris kind of breezed over this the other day when he was creating the fan pages, and I don't think he elaborated too much into it because Facebook ended up suspending the ad account for a couple of days on us, right? So what he was alluding to when he was creating the ad account and someone asked, you know, do you have niche specific fan pages? He said, that's the proper way to do it. So yeah, if you're looking to build long sustainable business and you want to keep your ad accounts going, absolutely 100% you want niche fan pages, right? So I'd have a sock fan page, I'd have a sneaker fan page, I'd have a legging fan page, I'd have a pillow fan page, a bag fan page. The reason why I want to do this is because I want to be able to make sure that if for whatever reason one of my competitors gets a hair across their ass and decides to report my page and they shut it down, I don't lose my entire business because I kept a general fan page. I only lose that one part of my business. Now, it could actually get broken down even further. Like right now, we have our VAs creating super niche pages, right? So the socks, we may be doing camo. So we'll do a camo page. We may be doing piano. We'll do a piano page. Drums, we'll do a drum page. Chicken, we'll do a chicken page. So we actually break it down to sub niches. So each niche has a subcategory, and we'll have, like, I think probably close to 600 fan pages right now. So we break it down that much because if we lose one of them, who cares? We still have 500 others that are active and we can move them and make money with them. So yeah, it gets a little crazy, but at the end of the day, there is a method to the madness. So hopefully I answered that question. When would you start seeding the pixel for a new ad account? Right away. Right away. Absolutely, like right now, today, if you have another pixel, start seeding it right this second. That helped, Jeremy, but it was hard to visualize how you move them around. So Lynn, again, a 2-hour webinar is absolutely never going to give us the time to be able to dig in and show you how to manage that ad account. Just never going to allow us the opportunity to do so. There's just so many moving parts that's something that would be covered on a Super Saturday, between creating the ad accounts and managing the ad accounts, because creating them takes a few minutes. But in the fact of managing them, that's what takes a little bit more time and finesse. You got to find. All right, cool. Why would FB limit your spending? So Mark, really great question. So there are thresholds that Facebook gives you, spending thresholds, and then you have your account limits, which is basically two different things, right? So the spending threshold allows the billing threshold allows Facebook to bill your credit card. Your spending threshold or your spending limit on every single ad account is $5,000 in a day. Whether you just started today or you've been on Facebook for 5 years and never requested an increase, that $5,000 is a hard default. The only way to increase that $5,000 limit is to prove that your card can be charged multiple times in a day or one time in a day. If you increase your actual billing threshold to 5,000, then they will charge your card 5,000 in a day. But the minute it hits that 5,000, the ads stop. You have to normally run that for 7 days before you can ask them to go ahead and increase your $5,000 daily limit, your spending limit. So there's two types of thresholds. You have the billing threshold, which normally starts out at $25, then it goes to $75, then $150, and then it bumps you up, till you get to 500, $750, $1,500, $2,500, then $5,000. So those are your billing thresholds. And then, as I said, the actual account comes with a default of $5K a day. So even though they're billing the card $25, it'll bill the card $25 100 times or 200 times in a day at that threshold. If you found a winner right off the bat and started scaling it on day one, it's going to bill the card 200 times till it hits $5,000. Now, whether your credit card company will allow that to happen or not is another question. So hope I got that one off for you. Let's see, just added 4 accounts, no problem. Sweet, Mark. How do you target more generic niches like wolves and owls? So, like Chris basically showed yesterday, we legit will type in wolves, owls into Facebook right in the targeting section. And it will go ahead and produce suggestions for us. If you click out and then click back in to the suggestions or show suggestions, Facebook will give you the suggestions of other interests within the wolves interest, right? Or niche. The other thing you could do is you could Google it. I like to look at, wolf movies, wolf magazines, take a look at all the people that are following wolves and try to see if I can come into, something like that there. But Facebook will do all the work for you if you let them. We don't do nothing with audience insight. We just try to keep it really simple and let Facebook do the work. Marbury, I can add on Skype and show you real quick. Okay, do you guys ever put other posts on your page? So Jen, that's something we used to do back in the day as well. We used to constantly post every 2 hours. And it depends on what you're looking for, right? If you're looking to build, like Chris talked about earlier, a branded site with a branded fan page, then yeah, you're gonna wanna post every 2 hours. For us, we don't care about branding. We really don't care about branding. I don't want anybody to have a shirt that says C&J. I don't really care about that. I don't want anybody wearing a C&J hat. So honestly, I could care less about the branding aspect of it. No, nice. I heard Chris is chuckling, so he's back. I think I got all the questions answered. Cool. Did you get a G-Man shirt?
Yeah, if Lloyd doesn't F it up. We'll see.
Oh, boy. Wayne, where do you get the designs for print trends that you mentioned a couple of Webbies ago? So Wayne, usually on a Super Saturday, we kind of try to create like design pack options where, we'll kind of have our designers start building out some some designs for us to be able to offer you guys. We do like 10 packs, I think, or 5 packs, Chris, right?
What was that?
The design packs, the ones that we had the designers doing for the previous Super Saturdays, were they like 10 packs and 5 packs?
Yep.
Yeah. So the
Right
designer
now,
that
I don't know if you've seen the conversation with Troy. I have him building out the 20 top 10 niches with 2 to 3 designs, and that'll be the next pack that'll be sold probably for like 197. So it'll be more than enough for people to go ahead and not compete against each other. We'll just limit it to like maybe 10 or 20 people, and then we'll fill out another pack and keep going like that.
sweet. Well, there you
I
go.
think
There's the answer.
I think what he's talking about is those free ones, though, the generic ones.
So
That's what he's
Wayne,
talking
if that's
about.
what you are talking about, just let me know on Skype. Just reach out to me on Skype, Wayne, if that's what you're talking about. As long as you've downloaded and are using the Print Trends app, I can go ahead and get you the free ones. There's my Skype right there, all corporate. And just reach out to me and I can get you those. All right, cool. Need to get a second pixel in the store. I've tried 3 times. How can I hook up a call with Frank the Tank? Yeah, getting a hold of Frank is probably second to getting a hold of Chris. Probably impossible. So yeah, just reach out to me on Skype, Chris. Chris Bledsoe, reach out to me on Skype. Frank the Tank is usually more of he's like Chris. He can handle 15 conversations at one time when it comes to text, but trying to get on a call with him is next to impossible. You have a better shot of getting on a call with Chris, which is probably next to impossible. Actually, you had a better chance of getting on a phone with Biggie Smalls or Tupac. There's the chuckle again.
Very true, very true. I was trying to find like a wolf sock so I could just do that real quick because I saw someone else wanted to see ads getting run, but I don't know if we have any wolf socks.
Hmm.
And what was the other thing? Oh, I got a wolf treat 3-pack right here. Hold on. Just shoot it on this thing.
I think that's for the sneakers though. Oh, the shoes.
No, I got these right here.
Oh, sweet.
Does that look like a wolf to you guys? I mean, it could be. Yep. Let me look for one more because it says it's a 3-pack, so let's see what else is in here. Alright, screw it, we'll just use this. So real quick, come in here. Is the app in the store? Yep. Alright. So you guys will actually get to see it from the beginning. I mean, this is pretty cool. Here's some socks. So we got the right sock and the left sock. I'm just going to come in here and grab my, what do you call it, description. Come back over here, continue. It's going to be wolf socks. Boom. There's my description. I come in here. I make this red real quick. Oh, that might not be it. Nope. Not bad. Red. Like I said, I don't do that. VAs do it, but we're here. I don't know why that says bags right there, but we'll fix that with this. This is socks. And $39.99. $14.99. Boom. Publish. I'm gonna bang out 2 questions at once because somebody asked, about the variants and this and that. I'm gonna show you something pretty cool. So I'm gonna drag and drop this thing in here. This is my mock-up. There it is. So if you drag it here, it's not gonna change anything over here. So you would literally click here, update images, boom, boom, and save it. Okay, that is now going to make the small look like this and the large look like that. So if we were to go preview this bad boy, open up a new tab, see how this is there? If we were to change the large, it would go to large. So let's say that for some reason you were doing shirts or whatever, and this is a red. Let's pretend you're picking colors. This is red. If you were to go here and this was black, it would switch. You could do that with everything that you have in there. So right here, I'm just going to delete this bad boy. I'm come in here, update this, and this is my new, what do you call it? My new mockup. Come here, refresh. Was that clear? Hopefully that was the question you were asking before, right? I don't know who that was, Stanley or something like that. Boom, Stanley, knocked it out. So now we have the wolves. We have socks. It's made the collections. Just type in wolf here. That way we can make a collection later. Now I need to post this. So a lot of people, maybe you don't have the mock-ups or you can't make mock-ups or whatever it is. I would literally take the one it generated and I would drag and drop it onto my desktop. Maybe if you are on a Windows or whatever, I'd take a screenshot of that little thing. That's all I need for the page. Like I don't need it to be anything fancy. So I'm gonna go in here to I Love Socks. Again, I don't usually post this stuff, but I'm just gonna roll through it with you guys. You guys really, really need to get into having a VA do this for you. 1000%. What happened to my socks? Here we go. Oh, I hate how Facebook does that. You have to come here first, then go here. Boom. Okay. Do you love wolves? Boom. Grab yours here. Boom. Tag someone that would love these. Now that you guys have seen me do this a couple times, like, is it easy? Does it seem easy? Like, is there something that's hard about this that we're missing? Like, I don't get it. A lot of people make things difficult, but you can see how quick I just added that. Now I'm just going to get a short URL. Boom. And come back here. That's it. Nothing special, nothing more. Boom. You are currently posting a page that is not visible to you. Huh. Why is it not visible to me? Did I pick the wrong page? I wonder if I picked the wrong page.
Yeah, I think it's the other one. There's two Love Socks ones. Scroll down and see if the other ones you posted are on this page.
Damn it.
Yeah, this is one.
165 on here.
Yeah, that's the same one. That's weird.
These errors only happen when we're live on a webinar. Like, I have no clue. The girls never say have any problem. They just post, 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 post. Look at just posting away like a machine. It takes her a minute to make a post. 6:15, 6:14, 6:13, 6:13, 2 a minute. 6:12, 6:11, 6:04, 6:03, and with slow internet. I don't want to hear that people don't have time to put up 10 ads, 15 ads, like literally hundreds she's doing. In a night, she finishes them. 100. Okay? All right, so like I said, I'm not the spelling bee champion. So thank God we do have a spelling bee champion in here, and it's supposed to be wolves. My wife and his wife would be all over that. Be like, you can't do that. Okay, fine. Don't gotta yell. You don't gotta yell. Wolf socks. That cool? Good? Good to go? Boom, boom. Anything else? I'm gonna. Oh, we can't even grab this stupid thing. Normally, I would just grab the ID, whatever. So here we go. Boom. Campaign. Create. And I don't know how many times we got to do this, but it's the same exact thing every time. We're going to conversions. We're going to wolves. Socks. That way I know what it is. Continue. I'm just gonna paste it right up here. I'm not gonna waste my time putting US, nothing like that. I know that's what I'm gonna run it at first. United States 1865, leaving all that. I'm uncheck this. I'm put wolves right in here. What kind of wolf is on that sock? Who asked the wolf question? Gray wolf? Well, slow typers or something. I don't know. I'm gonna just Google. Google is my friend. Gray wolves. Boom. I like it. Gray wolves.
Regular wolf?
Regular wolf? Did you say regular? Black wolf, white wolves, red wolves. I
Right?
mean,
Jeez.
aged wolf center. Okay, those people are wolf fanatics. Living with wolves. All right, excellent. People live with them. Wolf
Yeah.
conservation. We are wolves, black wolves, wolf angels, Mexican. Damn, there's a lot of wolves. Raised by
That's
wolves.
crazy.
Wolf dog. I mean, I'm good with that. 20 million, then we come down here and cut it. It's gonna disappear, hopefully. Normal. We cut it. 6.2. I'll take that. There's nothing else special. 20 bucks. Boom. 1 day. See ya. Continue. Use existing page. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna find the sock page right here. I love socks. I'm gonna come here and find the post as soon as this thing decides to hurry up. Here's my wolf thing. Here's my socks. I'm gonna confirm. That's it. And I don't know anything about the wolf niche. I didn't even know how to spell it. I'm pretty sure that we'll make a couple sales. Is it going to be something that we can scale and become a winner? I have no clue. I've never messed with the wolf niche. I don't know how passionate they are and stuff. I mean, I can see that they try to save them by the conservation and all that crazy crap we just seen, but that's it. That's as simple as it should be. You shouldn't get stuck and overthink things. Just let it ride. Just let it ride. Just go, 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 go. That cool? All right, what else you got for questions? I might actually cut this kind of early today. What else you got for questions? Chris, the artwork on large and small tote bags is the same dimensions on the mock-ups. Will the covered areas be different? Says artwork must be. Nope, because we gave you the largest dimension and then it brings it down to on that smaller one, whatever it needs to be. So on both of them, it'll look crystal clear, opposed to having two different dimensions for them. You can see that right here. Right here, boom, boom. So on that dimension, this is the true size to that one, and then on this one, we just shrink it down, which makes it look good, instead of having this dimension and then shrinking up, which makes this one look blurry.
Click into that tote bag real quick, or the sock. It doesn't matter. Click into one of them.
Okay.
Because earlier you mentioned about being able to get the image. So, well, that's a bad example. But on the left side, right underneath the description there, where it says drag and drop the artwork, there would be a link there. If there's,
I'll show you on here.
there you go.
Unless they moved it or changed it, but right here, like let's say you went to shoes. There it is,
There
see?
you go.
Link right
Please
there.
download a template. So it's not an actual physical HTTP URL. It just says template PSD. If you click on that, it's blue, which is hyperlinked. If you click it, it'll give you a nice little neat file that contains the PSDs.
So I'm gonna make a note, and because we just started adding things, new stuff in there, I'm just gonna make sure that I tell the coders to go back in there and add whatever mockups need to be there, so you download them. Okay? So I just made a note.
Sweet.
So I don't know how do you pronounce your name, Paul, Polv. Says, can you talk more about lifetime budgets, when to implement them? So very simple. Before I go in and get everybody lost about what we did today, do you have a winner? Like, do you have something that's doing $500,000 a day, one product? All right, so then you can roll out with lifetime budget because lifetime budget is not for someone to start testing products and do that stuff. And we went over it yesterday. It's so simple. Like you're not going to do anything different than you normally would, except for come here, conversions. You know, I'm assuming that you should be doing purchase right now. You have a winner. You're getting sales. You're doing 500 to 1,000 a day, hopefully more than that. And you will literally come here, and instead of doing daily budget, you switch to lifetime budget. You put this thing to 7,000, and then you change this to 7 days. That's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. Oh, that would have been down here in the end date, but that's it. So I'm not really sure what else you want to know. And we don't do 1 day on here. We keep it on the 7 days. That's it. So on the sixth day, if it's still cranking, you just come in here and you make this 14,000. And then you change the date. Extend it. Oh, that's it. You want to spend more, then you just up this budget or you change the dates to, like, let's say 3 days. And then you spend more money.
And the cool thing about this is that Facebook actually has a rite of passage here to where they can spend that money. So let's say the ad is fire, right? They got you in that bucket and you got sick traffic coming in. People are converting like crazy. Facebook will actually spend a little bit more than $1,000 if you're basing it on 7,000 over 7 days. It'll actually spend a little bit more than that $1,000 a day if you're getting good conversion rates and you're getting good engagement. You're actually giving Facebook the right, and you're saying, hey, if the ad is good, spend more. So that's the cool thing about it. Are they going to spend the whole $7,000 in a day? Definitely not. But we've definitely seen it where it's gone over the $1,000 a day. If we had it at 7 days on a $7,000 budget, we've definitely seen it where it's gone over. And when we were looking at it and actually auditing the numbers, we realized that the optimization was obviously at its optimal point, where the conversion rate was high, the engagement was high. So Facebook spent $1,180 opposed to $1,000. So that extra $180 generated more conversions for us. Let's see. Someone asked a question here about apps. Right here. What are the must-have apps? So honestly, if you're just kind of getting started, the only apps you really should be focusing on are retargeting apps, right? You want to be able to generate some good revisiting traffic or targeting from the people that have already added products to the cart. So Abandonment Protector, Carts Guru, and what's the other one? Retargeting, I think, by Shoelace, right? Yes. So those are the three that you probably want to deal with right off the bat. And then outside of that, if you're wanting to do your own, starting to do some email marketing, you're going to want to have either MailChimp or another type of ESP, which is just an email servicing platform. So you're going to need to, or provider, you're going to need to have some type of a delivery system like MailChimp. So I would definitely recommend having those.
I'd like to chime in on that. So, like, we could tell you all these things, but then let's say 3 months from now, you won't know what other apps to add or what you should use. So you should ask yourself, be like, hey, will this app make me money? If I'm spending $19 a month for it, or $29 a month, $79 a month, will it make you money? If it's not going to make you money, then you probably shouldn't add the app. Abandonment Protector is going to make you money.
Yep.
Bulk product edit, it may make your life easier, but is it going to make you money? No, so it's not a must-have. Carts Guru is going to send out SMS, email, all that stuff. It's going to make you money. You need that. That's what you should ask.
Chris probably has no idea how much we spend per month on Shopify apps because he doesn't care. He just goes in and he asks himself that same question. He risk reward. Hey, I know there's a risk. We got to pay the bill, but is it going to make us money? And every month we probably spend between 500 and $1,000 a month on any given store just based on the apps. Now, we have a $80 plan with Shopify, right? Or maybe we're on the third one, which is like $1 something. But the money really comes from the apps, and without those apps, some of these stores wouldn't be doing, the numbers that they're doing. But at the end of the day, like he said, he's not just going to aimlessly just start clicking and just start, yep, install. He's not just going to go do it. He's going to look and see, do we need it, and will it make us money? So that's really what you got to ask yourself. But I would honestly say retargeting is probably the first thing I would look to. And I wouldn't go and just get all 3 retargeting apps. Sometimes you got to kind of pick and choose your battle. I think we may have started with, if I'm not mistaken, Abandonment Protector was probably the first one, and then we added on Shoelace, and then we added on Carts Guru. I think we kind of did it in that order, actually. So that would probably be my recommendation to you, would be the first thing. And then, of course, from there, you need an email servicing platform. But, if you're not looking to get into email marketing and you don't want to be sending out emails, then don't go spending the money, because someone just asked if we use Conversio. Yeah, we do. It's $500 a month. That's how much we spend on Conversio. So you probably don't want to look at what we're doing for apps, because we're on a whole different level. And it would just be roadkill for us to give you a list of all the applications that we're using, because some of them are probably not even worth having for you. Is Carts Guru the same as Upsell Hero? No, Lynn. Two totally different things. Two totally different things. When after 7 days? What after 7 days? So Dominic, I think he answered that. If the product is producing good ROI and you're seeing sales, then obviously you want to increase the budget or increase the number of days to continue the product on a lifetime. But just remember, guys, just because he's covering lifetime budgets does not mean that your ad account is going to produce results with lifetime budgets. We've had plenty of ad accounts fail miserably with lifetime budgets, right, Chris?
Yeah.
So you got to take the good with the bad, and you got to look at the ad account and see what scaling method is going to work best for that ad account. And I'm going to give you a hint. It's based on how you train the ad account. If you're the type of person that's going to throw enough shit up against the wall and hope that it sticks, you're really not training the ad account too well. The way that we do it is we try to stick with one method, and then we scale that method. Then we move all the other products to another ad account, and we start to test out lifetime budget, manual clicking, pushing the budgets. We start testing all these other methods out and seeing what method is going to work well with the next ad account. So a lot of it just has to do with having the balls to just sit in there, take a beating, and just realize that, hey, like any other business, it costs money to make money. And I think that's where a lot of people kind of miss it. They don't realize that you're opening up a business when you're opening up an ad account. And just like any other business, when you open it up, if you're not willing to put money up, then I hope to God you're not planning on making any money, because it's impossible. There ain't one business model in this world where you can just jump in and start making money right from thin air. Anything you want to add?
I was gonna try to go show an old ad account, but when I click through, we can't even get to it. They're gone. But I don't know how many people have seen this. I mean, we gave the design away, and I mean, my bad. You seen that little girl with the shirt on it? Was that even
back off?
Back off.
Back off. Yeah. Well, you might have named it Crazy. Yeah, it is. Yep.
So, any of you guys ever remember seeing this thing? Okay, so during like a Super Saturday, we started this. We showed people, we showed it. Then we took the design, redid the design. We scaled it. We're doing like $10,000, $15,000 days. gave the design to everybody, let them go try it. A lot of people made money off it. We let it just die down. We just kept moving forward. Then we brought it back to life when everybody stopped promoting it. They were like, we couldn't make it work, or it's done, it's this. We brought it back to life, brought it to like $10,000, $15,000 a day again, and I tried that lifetime budget on it, and I could only get it to break even. It made sales, but on the lifetime budget, it wasn't working. Then we brought lifetime budget to another account, and I could see that it was a 1-to-4 ratio. So it's just on whatever your ad account is gonna do. I would keep it very basic at the beginning. I mean, this is crazy, right? I want to know, just give me a why if you're not getting consistent sales. Like, you're not to the point where you want to be. Look at how many people are here. So here's another quick question. How many of you guys have gotten to driven like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a Corvette, like some type of supercar? Okay, so a lot of yeses, some nos. Okay. For the
Everyone.
people that, for the people that have driven that, okay, try to picture you at 16 years old and you've never been behind the wheel and the car you have to learn on is a Lamborghini. How many people do you think would be successful, or how many people do you think would crack it up? I know that if I gave my son a Lamborghini right now, he'd crack it up.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Actually, he'd crack up the 7 Series. Never mind a freaking Lamborghini.
hmm Remember when you picked me up at the airport?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ferrari, and you said, "Hey, when you drive this thing, you think it's the biggest piece of shit on the planet." And I was like, "What?" And then I drove it, and the back end was all fishtailing, and I mean, it is definitely not just a sit in the seat and hit the gas and go kind of car. I mean, you got to learn to drive it, and you got to learn to respect the power of the vehicle.
Without a doubt. So same thing here. If you're not getting consistent results, just consider yourself a 16-year-old. You're just kind of getting in the driver's seat, and you kind of need like a beater car because you're gonna hit the curb, and maybe you get too close to a car or the barrier or whatever, and scratches and dents. That's what auto bid is for. Try to get to 2,000 a day, 3,000 a day, 5,000 a day. That can all be done with auto bid. Auto bid even to 10, 20, $50,000 a day. So think about that. That's on auto. You don't need to know anything about manual bidding yet. You don't need to know anything about lifetime budgets. You don't need to know anything crazy. Be very consistent so that you can get good at that and then upgrade your car. That's the same thing. You're just going to upgrade your knowledge. Okay. So, there's 60 people on here. Can I just get an okay that you're going to start being consistent? I would like you guys to write that down, take a picture of it, but do something that you got to be consistent. Don't stop jumping from this to that to this to that. That's why nothing works for you.
Actually, an even better, analogy is a motorcycle. You start off riding a bike, and you definitely don't just jump on a 1,300 cc motorcycle. You start off with a small bike, and you kind of climb. Like I remember when I had my bike, my first bike was a 600, and I'm a pretty tall dude, and everyone was like, "Oh man, that bike looks awfully small on you." But to me, that bike was like super fast. And then when I started learning how to ride, I, went from a 600 to a 750, from a 750 to a 900, a 9 to an 11, and then, I jumped up the chain. But I remember Chris and I having the same discussion, and he was like, "Man, I want a bike, I want a bike, I want a bike." He's like, "I want to get a 750, or I want to get a 1,000 cc," and I'm like, "What?" Remember that discussion we had? And I'm like, dude, you're gonna wrap yourself around a telephone pole. So it's like kind of like I said the other day, you gotta learn to crawl before you walk, walk before you run before you fly. Don't try to just, jump on and just immediately test all these different methods, because I don't care how much money you got. If you don't have the experience to back it, it's like giving that 16-year-old kid the key to your freaking Lamborghini. I don't care how well they think they can drive. Once they get behind that seat, regardless to how well they think, reality sets in real quick when they hit the gas for the first time, and that car puts them in the back of the seat. And they're like, "Oh shit." So just like us, man, you got to take it slow. Take it slow. Shit, we did 72,000 in a day on auto bid.
Yep.
72 grand. So we didn't want to manually bid. If 72 G's was going to continuously come in with auto bid, why would we want to reinvent the wheel? 72 G's is a hell of a shit ton of money. That's $1 million a month almost. Why would we want to touch that? So I would honestly perfect, like Chris said, the auto bid before you start trying to dabble in all these other things. I think, we did a webinar probably about a year ago, maybe, and Chris was like, most people could probably wear multiple hats, right? Oh man, I read something funny about this, but I'll tell you guys in a minute. So most people can wear multiple hats, right? Like Chris, for instance. Chris could probably do everything that needs to be done in this business by himself. He could probably run the books, and he could bring in the money, and he could pay the people. He could do everything by himself. But the difference is this. He could either do one thing really well and become really successful at it, or he can do all these other things mediocre and just run a mediocre business. See, I've had the pleasure of knowing Chris for almost fucking 20 years, and I know that Chris is not a mediocre guy, and he would never take those substandard levels. So for him, he immediately came in and said, Jay, I'm not going to do the books. I'm not going to pay the people. I'll bring the money in. You got to figure out how to pay these people and how to make this money stretch. Just know some days will be profitable. Some days we're going to lose money. But I'm going to stretch it, and I'm going to try to push it to the limit, and I'm going to bring as much money in the door as I can. And that's all he's got to focus on, right? But he only focuses on that one hat. See, some of you guys are worrying about all these different hats. Manual bidding is a hat. Auto bidding is a hat. Lifetime budget is a hat. Try to get good at wearing one hat before you start decking your closet out with all these hats that don't even fit you, right? So, I mean, I just hope that it, that resonated with you. And this morning I read something on Facebook and I laughed and I showed it to my mom and she pissed her pants laughing. And my kids were laughing today because we watched that movie, Mike and Dave Need a Date or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, Chris? Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh man, they were dying laughing because my mom was geeking, right? So so I was reading something on Facebook this morning and it said, a wife asked her husband, honey, can you clean the garden? And the husband said, do I look like a gardener? So the wife was like, okay, I'm sorry. How about the door to the bathroom? Can you please fix the door to the bathroom? And he looked at his wife and said, do I look like a carpenter? She's like, okay, honey, I'm sorry. So he goes to work, comes home, finds the garden is perfectly clean, finds that the door to the bathroom has been fixed, looks at the wife and says, honey, I knew you could do it. I knew you could get these things done on your own. And she looked at her husband and said, no, actually, I didn't do it at all. It was the neighbor John that did it. So he said, oh, well, I hope you paid him. She said, yeah, actually, he gave me two options. He said I could pay him in bread or I could pay him in sex. And she said, the husband looked at the wife and said, well, I hope you paid him in bread. She said, do I look like a freaking baker? So, dude, I was dying so bad when I read that. I told my mom, I was like, you got to read this. My mom read it, it's not a dime, but at the end of the day, it's all about wearing those hats, right? So you got to wear the hat that fits best for you. And honestly, auto bid is probably going to be one of those snapbacks that you can probably adjust. One size fits all. And you can learn how to ride that wave, and you can learn how to wear that hat pretty damn good, regardless of how small or how big your head is. So did you have an aha moment tonight? Chris is definitely big on, leaving testimonials, putting up comments, and just telling the rest of the Facebook world, the rest of the people in our group. I mean, I think we're approaching probably what? How many people are in the group? Boom, right there, 14. We're approaching 15,000 people. So these people need to know. I mean, look, it's sad. It's a Wednesday night. We got 56 people on the webinar. I think we capped out at 62. So there's still so many people out there that are afraid to jump on the webinar because they think we're trying to sell something, or they think we're trying to ask them for their firstborn child. I mean, you guys got to go out there and put it out there for the rest of the world to see that we're doing this with no agenda, right? And hopefully you guys are benefiting from it. Hopefully you guys are applying what you're learning and you're benefiting. And if you're not applying, I honestly need to tell you, look in the closest mirror you could find and blame that person that you see in the reflection. There's no one else to point the finger at. There's no one else to blame if you're not getting the results that you're getting, especially after attending our webinars, because we do not hold back. We give everything we got. So just apply what we're teaching you and you will see the result. So I'm going to mute my mic. I know Chris is big on music. I know he loves playing his, his EDM stuff. So Chris, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Whatever you got to cap off on, finish up, and then, we'll put some music and let you guys end off the night. But we'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. And of course, we'll be bringing the fire like we always do.
Sweet. Yo, just one quick question. Are you guys enjoying these calls or what? 2 hours every single night. I just want to know if you guys are getting some value. Is it helping your business already? Like stuff like that. Cool, man. So I don't know what we're doing after Friday. I'd like to be able to see 100, 200 people on this thing. So maybe if you could tag people in the post or get more people, invite more people, that would be really cool, because the more people, more questions, easier to teach, more people will learn, more people get successful. So try to spread the word, and maybe we'll just keep going with them. We'll see. I'm going to my music, though. My throat hurts today. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making a change in your business.